Okay guys, real quick, I don't want this to be another 20-minute video, but I wanted to show you real quick where the state of this is right now. I decided to do for you guys a 2-sail setup because they are simple. I've hung it simply by sewing it in place here, then sewed it in place here, which meant there was no measuring required. Then pulled it out to here. Only I didn't pull it tight. I left it loose, attached it here. Now I take pleats like this, and you can see that just tensioned that back edge and it's not all flappy now. Another one here, and you end up with a nice big pocket on the inside and a nice tight sail edge. That's what you want, a nice pocket and a nice sail edge. Anyway, that's almost done. I just wanted to show you guys this before it's actually finished, so you can see for yourself how loose I really left this. And keep in mind, I've already put in 2 pleats here and another 2 here. So this is less loose than it was, but I'm showing it to you now because it's starting to take the shape you want. The 2 pleats here, I pulled it out here, pleated it, pulled it out here, pleated it again, and look what it's done for me. It's left me a nice present, a pocket. Down low, I've sewed the seam over as well so that it actually has a bit of a lip function. And when this gets pressed on by wind, this locks in, and now it's a nice tight lip. I could also fold it over here just to make it have more of a grab. I will test it first. You don't want it to pull too much air or it'll just push around the boat. But this is a great setup, guys, and I want you to look at how much distance is in between those sails. Unlike the other setup that I showed in previous videos, well, a couple anyway, with the cabin on it and all that stuff, it looked good, but it had serious flaws. Now, I knew that when I built it, but I wanted you guys to see for yourself. I know it's one thing to hear somebody say it, it's a whole nother thing to see the evidence for yourself. So this is the setup I actually recommended for you guys right away, a twin sail setup. I've done a lot of these now, and I've gotten really good at them. So I'm just going to finish this one up. I will show you what it looks like when it's done. I just wanted to point out a couple of things. One, I recommend pinning it in place first and then tensioning it. Don't put it on the ground and try and tweak it and tune it to get it the right tension and then put it on the boat. I tried that. Very, very awkward and difficult. Best thing you could possibly do, pin it at the top of the mast where you want to have it reach to, then tension this line and tighten it, and then put this in, because you do not want to be pleating this line, guys. You want all your pleats to be in the 2 back lines. Bottom line, back line, that's it. That being said, this is a quick 3-minute. I just wanted to show where that is at today. And as I promised you guys, we are going to build you a sick RC sailboat that you don't actually have to adjust the sails on. Like I said, they're self-tensioning. You put up the sails and away it goes. It doesn't need a traveler. I can put it on a traveler if I want. I don't need one. I could run a line from here to here that allows me to close and open the sails. Again, I don't really need one. I'm going to show you guys that in future videos. But that actually means that this needs 2 sails like this, and they need to have a little bit of left room so that in certain conditions, as they cut across the wind, the sail can just flap and you won't make as much power out of the sail, and it won't prevent you from turning the boat. Sails have to be able to turn into the wind. If the wind is coming straight onto me and I'm trying to turn this way, well, that's a problem because I got forward sails up. But if the sails are designed right, see the angle they're on? As soon as they hit the bow of the boat, they'll help you turn. So all you have to do is be pointed into the wind, and it already wants to turn. So unlike most setups, this setup actually is fully auto tacking, ladies and gentlemen, and I think you're going to like it. It's also sexy. I mean, if you really look at the shape of that sail in the front, that's actually a pretty shape, and it goes very well with the shape of the rear sail. The other ones I didn't find did that. On the last video, I really didn't find that they were as good to look at, and I didn't find they functioned as well. Even though they had more sail area than this sail does, they were not necessarily any faster. And definitely were slower on the lee, which is when the wind is coming from about the angle you see my phone coming from, anywhere in that range. And that's the range of motion I just put the camera through so you can kind of see. But generally, on the side is pretty much on the lee. There's all kinds of ways to sail on a reach and all this stuff. And unless you really know a lot about sailing, then none of that's going to make any sense to you. So I don't want to bore you with that. What I did want to do is point out that you can build this relatively easily. It literally took me 10 minutes to hang that sail, another 10 to do a couple of pleats. By the time I'm done, I'll have about half an hour in that sail of actual manufacture time, and it'll be a good sail that will work properly. So even from this angle, you can see the split between the two sails and how big that is from the side. I mean, you're talking, you got 4 inches separation there. Now, I could have made this sail go farther back, but I don't want to. I have it locked off here for a reason. This is the storm sail. It's the smaller sail. The other sail is going to be a slightly bigger and offset here so that its leading edge will sit here. And that'll make it so that the sails will actually be the same size pretty much. One is slightly bigger, but not by much. The regular sail is not just slightly bigger, but has a deeper pocket. This one only has a pocket up front because its job is to push the boat forward in heavy winds and not to have too much of a side profile so that it doesn't blow the boat over. And this is going to be great for that. Anyway, that's about it for this one. I'm just going to keep updating you as I do this so you can follow me through the construction process. It's really easy, and in each step I will give you basic instructions on how to proceed, like I have with this one. I like to show the sail in different states so that you can see this is not a flat sheet. It is designed not to be a flat sheet, and all you have to do is follow my very simple instructions, guys, and I will help you build a killer RC boat. Keith out.